We report on a lot of festivals and everything that take place around the country and shit like that. And a lot of times, I mean, for us, it started out just as like block parties.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And jams and stuff like that. And now these are like full-blown festivals that niggas give the Roots, give a joint out in Philly.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Down south, they starting to blow up, you know what I mean, and doing things like that. I mean, I want to know just from us, what's your favorite like festival? Like what festival or concert that you went to, and I'm talking about hip hop.
I went to Fresh Fest, man.
That
and that
blew
was
you
everything.
away. That like, yo, this is it. This is the dopest shit I ever seen.
I went to Fresh Fest, and that was
Fresh
everything.
Fest?
That was everything. That was everything to me. That was the first major concert. I probably wasn't even supposed to be in that shit.
How old was you?
But I went. I can't remember. I'm bad with ages. Like,
Fresh Fest. So
I wasn't. What year Fresh Fest was like? 80,
Don't give me the line.
80.
It was 80s.
86,
something.
88.
Between 88, so it was like 84, 85.
It was something.
84,
Right,
85.
86.
I don't think I was supposed to be
88
there.
was after the Fresh Fest, so that's when
Which
we
one
went
of
on
them
the
they
dope
use
jams.
like
I went in there with a couple
16
of
or something like
OGs.
that? Yeah.
Okay.
But that shit was everything. Like this, and even looking at the footage now, you see little Jermaine Dupri as a Houdini dancer.
Dancing with Houdini.
With the drips. You know what I'm saying? with the curl, with the Jerry curl. It's crazy
That
looking
just
back.
didn't quite.
His shit
His shit quite.
His shit was wet. His shit was
Every move that nigga made, that's what
Word, y'all was like, God damn.
You said he on the pillowcase. He on the soul glow.
So that was like, first of all, that was my first concert I've been to because I was dumb young. But as far as recent shit, I ain't gonna front, man. I went to a couple of them Source Awards. That shit was everything.
Word?
Me and my brother, shout out to Dave Dak, Bobby Steele. We went to a couple of them Source Awards, and that shit was everything. Yeah. Sitting in the motherfucking joint, blazing out.
It down.
That shit was like a big party. That shit was everything.
How about you, Dan?
I can't think of just one.
I know Crown Heights
been
had
no-
some
nah,
shit.
nah, we ain't do all that.
It was a
We ain't do all that.
festival.
We ain't do all that.
A bumper clod.
When I started, I was coming to Harlem from Brooklyn. I was on that 3 train.
Okay.
So it wasn't no Brooklyn nothing that started me on that. It was I came to Harlem.
You were traveling. That's why we call you the
Yeah, that's what I'm
transporter.
saying. I was on 3 train back then.
You are the
So did
transporter.
you do like the concerts they have in Harlem, like Harlem?
Yeah, I
Week?
used to get Harlem Week. I used to do they used to have Biz and Chill Will Barry B used to be at the on 125th.
In Harlem State Building.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Not the state building, up the block from the state building. It was the YMCA.
Oh, that block.
The youth YMCA.
You know that block that they take over
135th.
every year.
Yeah.
That's Harlem Week.
Yeah, I performed there many times.
Yeah.
What about you, KB?
See Biz do his dance
Oh, yeah.
right there.
Nice.
I see.
Nice.
All right. So,
This do his dance everywhere you go.
I would
No,
probably say.
that was his first time doing his dance there.
I would probably say the Rock the Bells joint. Was that last year we went, or the year before?
that
We
was the year before.
That to me was super dope. You know,
that was
now.
definitely dope.
Oh, that was dope. That was dope. Being backstage and doing the elbows and having the contact. And the lineup itself, man. The lineup.
What about your show,
Yeah,
nigga?
no. Well,
Yo, I was taking pictures and shit.
I was doing all of that.
I met Joe.
Yeah.
Careful, keep playing the bathroom.
Yeah. I did all of that, but
I said, yeah, I did all of that.
I did do that.
I got a question for you, KB.
Yes, sir.
Growing up in Brooklyn, did you go to outside jams? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I see video footage of, like, you know what I'm saying, like Houdini back doing outside jams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like step niggas, Daddy-O doing,
Daddy-O
you know what I'm saying? I
stepping
know
up.
he's a Brooklyn nigga that a lot of MCs look up to.
I
Like,
will-
did
I
you
will
go
tell-
to outside jams?
I did not. I think the beginning of my hip hop sort of journey is probably like Run DMC and them, right? Like Run DMC.
okay.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I did know the Sugar Hill Gang song and stuff like that. But there's a big
So you was balling. You wasn't really into
I was playing basketball.
Yeah.
I was doing playing football, doing all other kind of stuff. But
back in them
but
days,
as far as hip hop, as far as you know how you guys might have been getting busy in the parks and doing stuff like that. I had none of that. Even like I said, you know, even when I first met you, and the whole thing was like, yo, you a cool dude, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have fanfare for you. What I had was, yo, son, that dude is cool. So anytime he come through, everything is love is love. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we sort of built our thing. But I didn't have that kind of knowing your, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Knowing your songs, you know, Mike Music might have had those tapes and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. But that really wasn't what I was listening to at that point. Sugar Hill Gang probably is the first thing. So I always tell Mike, you know, his joint being on the radio.
Crash Crew.
You know,
That's the Crash Crew.
yeah.
You always could tell something.
Yeah, he
Oh.
That's Reggie Red.
No, one of his joints when he says Mike C.
Man, he got a bunch
Rockin'
of
it.
Rocking it.
Rocking it,
No,
yeah.
you had a joint. You had a joint on the radio. So that's
Doing something right.
all right, well, that's what I say. What I say.
I got you.
Yeah, what I say. Yeah.
That's what's fire.
Mike take offense to that.
What comes to mind
Supposed to play me like that.
when you talk about like one of your favorite concerts or festivals
Menudo
that you've been
concert.
to?
Menudo.
Now cut it out.
Oh shit.
That's why he didn't come. That's why he didn't come last week. That's why he didn't come. That's why he
I'm waiting. You ready?
He said, let Rico go. Let him go.
Woo!
Damn, bro.
He
That
said,
nigga's just ill.
Everybody catch a straight bullet every
he
now and then.
said,
But I do
Menudo.
got
Let my
pictures.
fun go.
I do got pictures at that concert in
Menudo,
Madison Square
Menudo,
Garden.
right?
For real.
Yeah.
My mom and my aunt Joanne took me to that
No, that's
concert.
dope
but
though, shit.
that we talking about, I don't remember, but I did go to that
That's
concert.
dope though.
But to me, if we talking about festivals, gotta be mine. The Puerto Rican festival.
Puerto Rican Day Parade.
I don't care what you say, and even the
What was
parade.
the lineup, Wolves?
It depended what street you
Just
on,
that-
where you
just
go.
the whole joint.
The festival.
Yeah, the
no, no, no,
festival.
no,
That
no,
was
no,
the
no, no,
question.
no, no,
No, he's saying
No,
the
no,
festival.
not the parade.
That happened.
The
I was
parade,
talking about
the
the
parade
parade.
is on Sunday. I'm talking about that Saturday on 116.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got caught in that traffic.
Yo, I'm talking about all cultures, everybody
Concourse
chilling,
shit, too.
enjoying themselves, and the parade too. Before it got hectic, before what was it? I remember that
For
year,
them
9-6 or
water guns,
9-7.
son,
No,
for
it was that touching them girls right in Central Park. I was there.
Yeah,
Like I was there that year, and I seen a lot of that shit going. Nah, don't even. Nah, I'm not even gonna.
There was alleged.
Nah, my man. I was there. Don't get it twisted.
I had charges. The charges was pending.
I was there. Like I said, I seen all that in Central Park as it was going. Like we ran from police because they didn't want us at that time crossing Central Park, depending where y'all going. But I had my man that was handicapped, so but I was there for that. And concert, I would say when Caz surprised me at the Barclays Center with the Source reunion. When they had I think it was the Source magazine or something had to do with the Source. You took me, and that's when Wu-Tang got on stage for the first time in a while. Dipset was on stage for the first time in a while.
No doubt.
What was it? It was a few it's the first time that they haven't been on stage, and Caz took me to one, and I was like right here. And besides, I got backstage, but actually
He was
watching
taking
the
good
show,
pictures. He was taking.
I got to smoke bud with meth. Nigga, I got to smoke weed with meth.
That's what's up.
Do you have
That's what's
I
up.
got to smoke with Snoop, man. Shit.
I was just saying smoke a puff.
No, Snoop. I got to say Snoop.
He was trying to say
It was a little greasy.
He took a puff with Snoop.
It was greasy, son. It was. That's what I remember. That's what I
Do you
remember.
have any hip hop? What was your hip hop shit before you met Caz?
Oh
If
man,
any.
we could. Oh, me, period. Like
Yeah,
before I met
just
Caz, I was more into the like nice and smooth type shit. My hip hop, LL. You know what I'm saying? Like that was not my first. When I met Caz,
I'm only asking because you're a little younger, so I want to see.
nah, like I said,
what
listen.
was your?
I'm gonna
Right,
keep it
right.
real, and this is real quick. I'm not trying to make it longer than what it's supposed to, because I didn't know who Caz was when I met him. I swear everything I love. Until I went home, seen him, and was like, yo, hold on, that nigga on BT? Hold on. Then got to meet who he was, and still, until he gave me my name. Well, I had it, and he, told me one day, what you want the world to know you? By your government or Puerto Rico? I said Puerto Rico playing around. Nigga, the world know me as Puerto Rico, my nigga.
Ustedes a la cocina.
Now, Mike, you a member of the original Juice Crew.
Right.
Okay, and I'm talking about the Juice Crew with Mr. Magic. We used to go to the schools in the morning
Right.
in the Juice Crew van. All right, at 7
Yeah, I
a.m.
remember
in
that
the
Juice
morning.
van. I
He'd be
remember that
parked
van.
outside your school
Yes, sir.
when you get out there, and he'd be giving out little shit. And
Yeah.
Mike was in that van
Right.
with Mr. Magic back then.
right.
So you've been
What
a
y'all
part
was doing in that van?
You done
You've
You've been to so many festivals.
You've been a part of this on so many levels,
Right.
and as a performer as well. You know what I mean? What's one of the most memorable not performances, but concerts or festivals that you remember attending or performing at?
Well, the most memorable concert that I've ever been to was actually when hip hop turned 50 at Yankee Stadium.
That was crazy.
Oh, I've never seen anything like that.
We got a
before in
toast
my
for
life.
that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
And
I forgot about that one.
That was a good one.
Say thank you, Caz, for bringing us there.
Yeah.
No doubt,
That
no
shit was
doubt.
crazy.
Come
That
on,
was
come
dope.
on, I had that
And
on my voice.
I
That was
performed
dope. That was dope.
with Mo D and Caz and the
Yeah.
whole thing, and I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And I've been all over the world. I performed with plenty of people. I know mostly everybody in hip hop.
Pat yourself on the
You
back.
know, I pat myself.
Yourself on the back.
But at the same time,
Don't throw your
I've
shoulder
never
out.
seen anything like that. I've never seen anything like that because it seemed like
That was
people
a dope
came
one.
from out the past and out the
Yeah.
future. It was like, when you see Run DMC on stage
Run DMC,
together, and you haven't seen them together since the 80s.
Derek Jeter.
You know what I mean? So
It was,
it was
that
one
was
of the
wild.
most incredible
That was
things
wild.
I've ever
crazy.
seen.
That was wild. That was wild.
For me personally, I've done so many shows. I've been to so many different events and festivals and concerts. It's just too many to process, really, for me to just pick one
out.
of the bunch. But you said a mouthful when you said that Yankee Stadium shit. That shit was epic. Okay, the 50th anniversary of hip hop celebrated at Yankee Stadium was, first of all, for hip hop to be in Yankee Stadium on that level. They've had hip hop concerts before, Jay-Z and Eminem did a concert there before.
Definitely.
But not on a grassroots hip hop level
Right.
have you seen hip hop in a place like Yankee Stadium.
No doubt.